In recent years, there has been a noticeable shift in the dynamics between men and women, particularly concerning romantic relationships. Men are increasingly learning to let go of modern women, a phenomenon that is garnering considerable attention and sparking widespread debate. This shift reflects deeper societal changes and a reevaluation of traditional gender roles and expectations. The rise of MGTOW. The Men Going Their Own Way MGTOW movement is a manifestation of the growing disillusionment among men regarding modern relationships. Originating in the early 2000s, this movement has gained traction as a response to what many of its proponents perceive as an increasingly unfavorable environment for men within the context of traditional relationships. MGTOW advocates for men to prioritize their own lives and goals over romantic relationships with women, emphasizing a lifestyle centered around self-determination and personal autonomy. This movement argues that modern women are often too demanding, entitled, and difficult to please, leading to an imbalance in the dynamics of contemporary relationships. MGTOW proponents believe that men should focus on self-improvement, financial independence, and personal fulfillment, rather than seeking validation or companionship from women. They often cite issues such as biased family court systems, societal expectations, and the potential for false allegations as reasons to avoid committed relationships. Instead, men are encouraged to invest their time and resources in building their careers, pursuing hobbies, and cultivating friendships with other men who share similar perspectives. By doing so, they aim to achieve a sense of fulfillment and happiness that is not dependent on romantic relationships. While this movement is controversial and often criticized for its negative view of women, it highlights the frustration and confusion many men feel in the current dating landscape. Critics argue that MGTOW promotes a misogynistic and isolationist worldview, ultimately fostering an unhealthy detachment from meaningful interpersonal connections. Supporters, on the other hand, claim that the movement offers a necessary critique of modern societal norms and provides an alternative path for men who feel disenfranchised or marginalized. The MGTOW movement also raises broader questions about gender roles, societal expectations, and the nature of fulfillment in modern life. It challenges the traditional narrative that success and happiness are closely tied to romantic relationships and family life. Instead, MGTOW suggests that personal happiness can be achieved through independence and self-sufficiency, offering a different perspective on what it means to lead a successful life. In essence, the MGTOW movement reflects a significant cultural shift as more men seek to redefine their identities and roles in a rapidly changing world. Whether viewed as a legitimate social movement or a controversial backlash against modern feminism, MGTOW undeniably represents a segment of men grappling with the complexities of modern relationships and striving to find their own path to contentment. Psychological and emotional consequences. The psychological and emotional consequences of this shift are profound. For men, the decision to forgo traditional relationships can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness. A study by the American Psychological Association found that single men are more likely to experience depression and anxiety compared to their married counterparts, with a reported 23% higher incidence of depressive symptoms among single men. The lack of emotional intimacy and companionship that a committed relationship provides can be difficult to replace. Social isolation has been linked to increased risks of cardiovascular diseases and premature mortality, with lonely individuals showing a 29% increase in the risk of heart disease and a 32% rise in the risk of stroke. For women, the drive for independence and career success can sometimes come at the cost of personal happiness and fulfillment. According to the Pew Research Center, the percentage of women aged 25 to 54 who are in the labor force has risen from 50% in 1962 to 75% in 2020. While this represents significant progress, the societal pressure to excel professionally can leave little room for building meaningful relationships, leading to a sense of emptiness and regret. A survey by the American Sociological Association revealed that 43% of professional women reported feeling that they had to sacrifice personal relationships for career advancement. Furthermore, the rise in single-person households, which increased from 13% in 1960 to 28% in 2020, highlights the growing trend of individuals prioritizing career and personal independence over traditional family structures. Additionally, the emotional strain of balancing career and personal life can lead to chronic stress and burnout. The World Health Organization reports that women are more likely to experience workplace stress, with 33% of professional women indicating high stress levels compared to 26% of men in similar positions. This chronic stress can have severe implications on both mental and physical health, contributing to conditions such as anxiety, depression, and hypertension. Moreover, societal expectations continue to place a dual burden on women, who are often expected to excel in their careers while also fulfilling traditional roles as caregivers. The United Nations reports that women spend, on average, 2.5 times more hours on unpaid care and domestic work compared to men. This imbalance not only affects women's ability to invest in their careers fully, but also their personal well-being and happiness. In conclusion, while the shift towards independence and career success reflects broader societal changes, it is accompanied by significant psychological and emotional challenges. For men, the absence of traditional relationships can lead to loneliness and health risks, while women face the dual pressures of professional success and personal fulfillment, often at a substantial personal cost. Addressing these issues requires a nuanced understanding of the interplay between individual choices and societal expectations, fostering an environment where both men and women can thrive emotionally and professionally. The role of media and popular culture. Media and popular culture play a significant role in shaping perceptions of relationships and gender roles. Movies, TV shows, and social media often portray idealized versions of relationships that can create unrealistic expectations. These portrayals can lead to dissatisfaction and frustration when real-life relationships do not measure up. According to a study published in the journal Psychology of Popular Media Culture, individuals who frequently consume romantic media are more likely to believe in the ideals of soulmates and predestined love, which can result in higher relationship dissatisfaction when their real-life relationships fall short of these unrealistic standards. Moreover, social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook amplify these effects by showcasing carefully curated highlights of people's lives, often emphasizing romantic milestones and picture-perfect moments. A survey conducted by the Pew Research Center found that 45% of social media users admit to feeling pressure to post content that makes them look happy or successful. This constant exposure to seemingly perfect relationships can create a comparative mindset, leading to feelings of inadequacy and disappointment in one's own relationship. Additionally, the portrayal of strong, independent women in media can reinforce the idea that women do not need men, further complicating the dynamic between the sexes. For instance, characters like Wonder Woman and Katniss Everdeen exemplify independence and strength, which are positive traits but can also send a message that romantic relationships are secondary or unnecessary. According to a report by the Gina Davis Institute on Gender and Media, women are twice as likely as men to be portrayed as leaders in family films, and 79% of these characters are depicted as being completely self-reliant. This shift in portrayal can impact men's perceptions of their role in relationships. A study by the American Psychological Association found that men who perceive themselves as less needed or valued in relationships are more likely to experience lower self-esteem and may withdraw from the dating scene. This withdrawal is reflected in dating app statistics. For example, a 2020 report by the dating app Bumble noted a 30% decrease in male user engagement over the past 5 years. Furthermore, these changing dynamics are supported by demographic data. The U.S. Census Bureau reports that the number of unmarried and single Americans has been steadily rising, with 45% of adults in the U.S. being single as of 2019. This trend is also evident in marriage rates, which have dropped from 8.2 marriages per 1,000 people in 2000 to 6.5 per 1,000 in 2018, according to the National Center for Health Statistics. In conclusion, media and popular culture significantly influence perceptions of relationships and gender roles. The idealized portrayals of relationships in movies, TV shows, and social media can lead to unrealistic expectations and dissatisfaction. Simultaneously, the depiction of strong, independent women can challenge traditional relationship dynamics, making men feel undervalued and unnecessary. These factors contribute to a broader shift in relationship patterns, as evidenced by declining marriage rates and increasing singlehood. Understanding these influences is crucial for fostering healthier and more realistic expectations in relationships. The decline of traditional relationships. The concept of traditional relationships has evolved dramatically over the past few decades. In the past, relationships were often characterized by well-defined roles, with men as providers and protectors and women as nurturers and homemakers. This traditional structure was largely influenced by societal norms, cultural expectations, and historical contexts that placed men in the public sphere and women in the private, domestic sphere. However, the modern era has seen these roles blur and, in many cases, become entirely interchangeable. This evolution has brought about both positive and negative consequences, reshaping the way individuals approach romantic partnerships and family life. On one hand, the blurring of gender roles has empowered women to pursue careers, education, and personal fulfillment outside of traditional confines. Women are no longer restricted to the role of homemaker and are now active participants in the workforce, often excelling in fields that were once dominated by men. This shift has also allowed men to engage more fully in parenting and household responsibilities, fostering a more equitable distribution of labor and deepening the emotional bonds within families. The rise of dual-income households has contributed to economic stability and increased standards of living, providing more opportunities for children and enabling greater financial security for families. Moreover, the changing dynamics of relationships have encouraged a more individualized approach to partnership, where personal growth and mutual support are prioritized over rigid role adherence. Couples are now more likely to enter relationships based on shared interests, emotional compatibility, and mutual respect rather than societal pressure or economic necessity. This has led to more egalitarian partnerships, where both individuals have a voice in decision-making processes and a stake in the relationship's success. The democratization of relationships has also led to greater acceptance and visibility of diverse relationship forms, including same-sex partnerships, cohabitation without marriage, and blended families. On the other hand, the erosion of traditional roles has led to confusion and conflict in romantic relationships, as both men and women struggle to navigate their evolving roles. The lack of clear guidelines can result in misunderstandings and mismatched expectations, creating tension and dissatisfaction. For some, the pressure to balance career aspirations with family responsibilities can be overwhelming, leading to stress and burnout. Men, in particular, may face challenges in reconciling their traditional role as breadwinners with the modern expectation of being emotionally available and actively involved in domestic duties. Additionally, the shift away from traditional relationships has contributed to changing marriage and divorce rates. While some couples thrive in the new dynamic, others find it difficult to maintain long-term commitments without the structure that traditional roles provided. The increase in divorce rates and the prevalence of single-parent households highlight the complexities and challenges of sustaining relationships in the modern era. The changing landscape of relationships has also impacted children, who may experience instability and uncertainty as family structures evolve. Furthermore, the redefinition of gender roles has sparked broader societal debates about identity, equality, and the nature of relationships. The intersection of personal freedoms and collective norms continues to shape public discourse, with varying opinions on the best way to balance tradition and progress. As society grapples with these changes, it is essential to foster open dialogue and support systems that address the needs and aspirations of individuals while promoting healthy, respectful, and fulfilling relationships. The decline of traditional relationships and the accompanying evolution of gender roles have significantly transformed the way individuals approach love, partnership, and family life. While this shift has empowered individuals and created more equitable and diverse relationship models, it has also introduced new challenges and complexities. Navigating these changes requires a nuanced understanding of the interplay between personal desires, societal expectations, and the evolving definition of what it means to be in a relationship in the modern world. The rise of independent women. One of the most significant changes in recent years is the rise of independent women. Women today are more educated, career-focused, and financially independent than ever before. This transformation is driven by increased access to higher education, evolving societal norms, and a growing presence in professional and leadership roles. As a result, women are not only breaking glass ceilings but are also redefining what it means to be successful and self-sufficient. This shift is undoubtedly a positive development, empowering women to pursue their ambitions without being constrained by traditional gender roles. Financial independence affords women greater control over their lives, from making significant personal decisions to contributing meaningfully to society. The ability to support oneself economically brings a sense of confidence and freedom, allowing women to engage in relationships out of desire rather than necessity. However, this progress has also led to tensions in romantic relationships. Many men find it challenging to adapt to the new dynamic where women do not necessarily need a partner for financial support or protection. The traditional model of a man as the primary provider is becoming obsolete, leading to a reevaluation of what men bring to the table in a relationship. The evolving roles can create friction, especially for those who cling to conventional views of masculinity and partnership. Men may feel uncertain or threatened by the success and independence of their partners, questioning their own value and role within the relationship. This can lead to insecurity and conflict if not addressed through open communication and mutual understanding. Additionally, the rise of independent women has shifted expectations and desires within relationships. Women now seek partners who are not just providers but equal partners in emotional, intellectual, and domestic spheres. The focus is increasingly on mutual respect, shared responsibilities, and emotional support. This requires both men and women to develop new skills and approaches to partnership, emphasizing empathy, cooperation, and adaptability. Despite these challenges, the evolution of gender roles presents an opportunity for deeper, more fulfilling relationships. Couples who embrace these changes can build stronger, more balanced partnerships based on equality and mutual respect. Men who support and celebrate their partner's independence often find that it enhances their own growth and satisfaction within the relationship. The rise of independent women marks a significant societal shift with profound implications for romantic relationships. While it introduces new challenges, it also offers the potential for richer, more equitable partnerships. By adapting to these changes, individuals and couples can foster relationships that are resilient, supportive, and truly collaborative, reflecting the values of modern society. The impact of feminism. Feminism has played a crucial role in reshaping societal attitudes toward gender roles. Originating as a movement to address and rectify the systemic inequalities faced by women, feminism has evolved to encompass a broader agenda advocating for equality between all genders. This movement has challenged traditional notions of masculinity and femininity, leading to significant strides in gender equality across various spheres, including the workplace, politics, education, and personal relationships. One of the most notable impacts of feminism has been the shift in societal expectations surrounding gender roles. Historically, women were confined to domestic spheres, responsible for household chores and childcare, while men were expected to be the primary breadwinners. Feminism has disrupted these traditional roles, advocating for shared responsibilities in both professional and domestic domains. Women are now more present in the workforce, occupying roles that were once deemed exclusive to men. This shift has necessitated a corresponding change in men's roles, urging them to become more involved in household responsibilities and childcare. With these changes, men are now expected to be emotionally available, supportive partners who share in household responsibilities and childcare. This new paradigm promotes the idea of men being nurturing fathers and equitable partners, challenging the Stoic, provider-centric image of traditional masculinity. However, these expectations can be overwhelming, particularly for men who were raised with conventional gender norms that emphasized emotional restraint and defined their worth by their ability to provide financially. For some men, the pressure to conform to these new standards can lead to a sense of inadequacy and confusion. The rapid cultural shift has left little room for a gradual transition, often causing men to feel caught between the expectations of modern relationships and the traditional values they were raised with. This can create tension and conflict within relationships as partners navigate these evolving dynamics. As a result of these heightened expectations, some men are choosing to step back from relationships with modern women, feeling that they cannot meet these new demands. This retreat can be seen as a response to the perceived pressure to embody an ideal that blends emotional openness with traditional masculine roles. The fear of failure or inadequacy in meeting the dual expectations of being both a provider and an emotionally available partner can deter men from fully engaging in relationships. Moreover, the discourse surrounding toxic masculinity and the critique of traditional male behaviors, while necessary for social progress, can sometimes be perceived by men as an attack on their identity. This perception can lead to defensiveness and withdrawal, as men struggle to reconcile their self-image with the evolving societal standards. Feminism has undeniably advanced gender equality, fostering a more inclusive and equitable society. However, this progress has also introduced new challenges and expectations, particularly for men who are adapting to shifting gender roles. While the feminist movement continues to advocate for dismantling patriarchal structures and promoting equality, it is essential to acknowledge and address the transitional difficulties faced by men. Encouraging open dialogue, providing support systems, and fostering understanding between genders can help mitigate the pressures and facilitate smoother transitions into these new roles. As society continues to evolve, the goal remains to create a balanced environment where both men and women can thrive, free from the constraints of traditional gender norms. The changing dating landscape. The dating landscape has undergone significant changes in recent years, driven by technology and shifting cultural norms. The advent of online dating apps has revolutionized the way people meet and connect, making it easier than ever to find potential partners. With a few swipes and taps, individuals can browse through countless profiles, chat with matches, and arrange dates without ever leaving their homes. This technological convenience has opened up a world of possibilities, allowing people to connect with others outside their immediate social circles and geographical locations. However, this convenience has come at a cost. The abundance of choice on dating apps has led to what psychologists call the paradox of choice. With so many potential matches at their fingertips, individuals often find themselves constantly seeking the next best option rather than committing to a relationship. This endless quest for perfection can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction and indecision, as the sheer number of choices makes it difficult to settle on any one person. As a result, many people may cycle through numerous short-term relationships without ever finding a lasting connection. Moreover, the rise of hookup culture has further complicated the dating landscape. Hookup culture, which emphasizes casual sexual encounters over long-term relationships, has become increasingly prevalent, particularly among younger generations. This cultural shift can make it challenging for individuals seeking meaningful, committed relationships to navigate the dating scene. The emphasis on casual encounters can lead to a devaluation of deeper emotional connections and a focus on physical attraction and immediate gratification. The impact of these changes is multifaceted. On one hand, online dating apps and the openness of hookup culture have made it easier for people to explore their desires and preferences, leading to greater personal freedom and self-discovery. On the other hand, the transient nature of these interactions can lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation. Many individuals report feeling overwhelmed by the dating process, as they struggle to find genuine connections in a sea of fleeting interactions. Additionally, the algorithms used by dating apps to match individuals can sometimes reinforce superficial criteria, such as physical appearance, rather than promoting compatibility based on shared values and interests. This can further perpetuate the cycle of short-lived relationships and prevent people from forming meaningful bonds. While technology and changing cultural norms have undeniably transformed the dating landscape, they have also introduced new challenges. The convenience of online dating apps and the prevalence of hookup culture have made it easier to meet new people, but they have also made it more difficult for many to form lasting, meaningful connections. As society continues to adapt to these changes, finding a balance between the benefits of technological convenience and the need for genuine human connection remains a crucial goal. The pressure to conform. Modern women often face immense pressure to conform to societal expectations of independence and success. Society encourages them to pursue ambitious careers, achieve financial independence, and delay marriage and motherhood until they are firmly established in their professional lives. This guidance, while well-intentioned, is aimed at empowering women to avoid the economic and social pitfalls that have historically been tied to dependency on a partner. However, this push toward career-centric lives can unintentionally foster a sense of isolation and dissatisfaction. Women, in their quest for professional achievement, often prioritize their careers during their 20s and early 30s. This period, traditionally considered the prime time for finding a life partner and starting a family, becomes heavily focused on work-related goals and accomplishments. The resultant delay in seeking romantic relationships or family building can lead to a scenario where, despite their professional success, many women find themselves in their late 30s or early 40s feeling a profound sense of personal unfulfillment. The impact of this dynamic is multifaceted. On one hand, these women have achieved remarkable professional success, enjoying the independence and recognition that come with it. On the other hand, they may experience loneliness and a feeling of having missed out on what many consider to be some of life's most meaningful experiences: marriage and parenthood. This dichotomy can create a lingering sense of regret and the challenging realization that time for family building is finite. Men, too, are affected by this societal shift. As women focus intensively on their careers, traditional relationship dynamics evolve. Men may find themselves encountering women who, while successful and independent, are less available for or interested in conventional romantic commitments. This can lead to a mismatch in expectations and desires, complicating the search for compatible partners. The changing dynamics also highlight broader societal implications. The emphasis on career success and financial independence as primary measures of worth can overshadow other vital aspects of life, such as emotional well-being, intimate relationships, and community ties. As a result, the singular focus on professional achievement can contribute to a sense of imbalance and a diminished capacity for enjoying the full spectrum of human experiences. In addressing these complex issues, it is crucial to foster a more holistic approach to success and fulfillment. Encouraging both women and men to value and prioritize a balance between career aspirations and personal life can help mitigate the pressures and isolation that many face. Society must recognize and validate diverse paths to fulfillment, understanding that professional success is only one aspect of a well-rounded, satisfying life. Ultimately, the challenge lies in redefining societal norms to embrace a more inclusive and balanced view of success, one that equally celebrates career achievements and the joys of personal relationships and family life. By doing so, both women and men can aspire to lives that are rich in both professional accomplishments and deep, meaningful personal connections. The economic and social impact. The increasing number of men choosing to let go of modern women has significant implications for society. This emerging trend is shaping the dynamics of relationships, influencing marriage rates, birth rates, and the overall stability of family structures. As more men opt out of traditional relationships, we may see a notable decline in the number of children being born and raised in stable, two-parent households. This shift could fundamentally alter the fabric of society, as the traditional family unit has long been considered a cornerstone of social stability and child development. Marriage rates are likely to be one of the most visibly impacted areas. Historically, marriage has been a societal norm, providing a structured environment for raising children and building family legacies. With fewer men choosing to marry, the institution of marriage itself may undergo significant transformation. This could lead to a rise in alternative family structures, such as single-parent households or cohabitation without marriage. These changes may have far-reaching consequences for children, who benefit from the security and resources typically associated with two-parent families. Birth rates are closely tied to marriage rates, and a decline in the latter is likely to result in fewer births. This trend could exacerbate existing demographic challenges in many developed countries, where birth rates are already below replacement levels. A sustained decrease in birth rates can lead to an aging population, with fewer young people entering the workforce. This demographic shift can strain social welfare systems, increase the burden on working-age individuals, and potentially hinder economic growth. The overall stability of family structures is also at risk. Stable families provide emotional support, economic stability, and a nurturing environment for children. As more men withdraw from traditional relationships, the number of children growing up in less stable environments may increase. This can have long-term effects on children's mental health, educational outcomes, and future economic prospects. The economic implications of this trend are multifaceted. With fewer marriages and children, there may be less demand for family-oriented products and services, such as housing, education, childcare, and family entertainment. Industries that cater to families may experience a decline, leading to shifts in economic priorities and job markets. Additionally, the financial independence of both men and women could lead to changes in spending patterns. Single individuals may prioritize different types of spending, such as travel, leisure, and personal development, over traditional family expenditures. Furthermore, the decline in traditional family structures could influence housing markets. Demand for smaller living spaces may increase as single-person households become more common. This could lead to a shift in real estate development, with a greater focus on apartments and condominiums rather than single-family homes. Urban areas might experience a population increase, while suburban and rural areas could see a decline, affecting local economies and infrastructure needs. The labor market could also be impacted by changing family dynamics. Dual-income households have become a norm, and a shift away from traditional family structures might alter workforce participation rates and employment patterns. Companies may need to adapt to a more flexible work environment, accommodating the needs of single individuals and those in non-traditional family arrangements. Workplace benefits, such as parental leave and childcare support, might be reevaluated to address the changing needs of the workforce. The trend of men choosing to let go of modern women and traditional relationships is poised to bring about profound societal changes. It will likely affect marriage rates, birth rates, family stability, and economic patterns. As society continues to evolve, it will be essential to adapt to these changes and find new ways to support individuals and families in diverse forms. Understanding and addressing the implications of this trend will be crucial for ensuring social cohesion, economic resilience, and the well-being of future generations. Embracing flexibility and adaptability. Flexibility and adaptability are essential in modern relationships. As societal norms continue to evolve, both men and women must be willing to adapt to new roles and expectations to build strong, fulfilling partnerships. This adaptability can help individuals find fulfillment in their relationships and personal lives, allowing for greater harmony and understanding between partners. In today's world, men may need to embrace new ways of contributing to a relationship, focusing on emotional support and partnership rather than solely on traditional provider roles. This shift involves men becoming more attuned to their partner's emotional needs, engaging in active listening, and fostering open communication. By sharing household responsibilities and childcare duties, men can create a more balanced and equitable environment that strengthens the bond between partners. Embracing these changes can lead to deeper emotional connections and a more collaborative approach to problem solving within the relationship. Women, in turn, may need to find ways to balance their career ambitions with their personal and family goals. This balancing act requires careful planning and open communication with their partners to ensure that both parties' aspirations are acknowledged and supported. Women may seek flexible work arrangements or explore opportunities for professional development that align with their family commitments. By prioritizing self-care and setting boundaries, women can navigate the demands of their careers while nurturing their personal lives. Both partners must be willing to continually reassess and renegotiate their roles and responsibilities as circumstances change. This ongoing adaptability fosters resilience and enables couples to face challenges together, reinforcing their commitment to each other. By remaining open to growth and change, individuals can cultivate a relationship dynamic that is responsive to their evolving needs and aspirations. Ultimately, the willingness to adapt and embrace new roles and expectations can lead to more fulfilling and balanced relationships. As societal norms continue to shift, flexibility and adaptability become crucial in creating partnerships that thrive amidst change. By supporting each other's growth and development, both men and women can build strong, resilient relationships that enhance their overall well-being and happiness. Finding common ground. Finding common ground is essential for building successful relationships in the modern era. As society continues to evolve, both men and women must recognize and appreciate each other's strengths and contributions. This mutual recognition fosters a sense of equality and partnership, laying a solid foundation for a relationship built on respect and understanding. By focusing on mutual respect and support, couples can create a partnership that benefits both parties and enhances their individual and collective well-being. This common ground can be cultivated through shared values, goals, and interests. Couples who invest time in identifying and nurturing these commonalities are better equipped to navigate the challenges and complexities of modern life. Shared values provide a moral and ethical compass that guides decisions and actions, ensuring that both partners are moving in the same direction. Common goals create a sense of purpose and direction, allowing couples to work together towards meaningful and fulfilling objectives. Interests, whether they are hobbies, passions, or recreational activities, offer opportunities for connection and bonding. Engaging in activities that both partners enjoy can strengthen their emotional connection and create cherished memories. Moreover, the act of discovering and exploring new interests together can add an element of excitement and novelty to the relationship, keeping it dynamic and vibrant. Communication plays a pivotal role in building and maintaining this common ground. Open, honest, and empathetic communication allows couples to express their thoughts, feelings, and desires without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. It fosters a deeper understanding of each other's perspectives and experiences, promoting a sense of unity and togetherness. Flexibility and adaptability are also crucial. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances can change rapidly. Couples who can adjust their plans and expectations in response to these changes are more likely to maintain a strong and resilient relationship. This adaptability requires a willingness to compromise and find solutions that satisfy both partners' needs and aspirations. In essence, building common ground involves a continuous process of discovery, communication, and collaboration. It requires effort and commitment from both partners, but the rewards are profound. Couples who can align their aspirations and work together towards common objectives are more likely to enjoy fulfilling and lasting relationships. They create a partnership where both individuals feel valued, supported, and understood, paving the way for a harmonious and satisfying life together. Conclusion. The phenomenon of men learning to let go of modern women is a complex and multifaceted issue. It reflects broader societal changes and challenges traditional notions of gender roles and relationships. While this shift presents challenges, it also offers opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Ultimately, the key to navigating this new landscape lies in open communication, mutual respect, and a willingness to adapt. By understanding and appreciating the unique contributions and perspectives of both men and women, we can build stronger, more fulfilling relationships that reflect the realities of the modern world.